A very good morning, class. So, today I'm here with the lecture number 8 of chapter 9, Coordination Chemistry. And this will be the last topic according to board, according to CBSE board. This will be the last topic for the coordination. One more video I will provide you in which with the extra as a topic in that it will be there. Okay. So, let's start with the video. Today we are going to discuss about the bonding in metal carbonyls. Like this is also called organometallic compound, where that metal is attached with the carbon. So that is also called organometallic compound. Okay. So let's know about the synergic bond in detail. The metal carbon bond in metal carbonyl possesses both S and P character. The metal carbon sigma bond. Obviously, we know that there is a bond wherever, whether it is a double bond or triple bond, one sigma bond will be there, must, it is, yes. So the MC sigma bond is formed by donation of lone pair of electrons of carbonyl compound into the vacant orbital of metal. Metal will act like carbonyl compound, carbonyl carbon will donate the electron pair to the vacant orbital of metal, while metal carbon pi bond that is formed by donation of electron pair from a filled d orbital of metal into the vacant anti-bonding pi orbital of CO, and that is called synergic bond. There is called pi back bonding. Okay, the metal to ligand bonding produces a synergic effect which strengthens the bond between CO and the metal. Actually, synergic bond जो होता है that involves the transference of electron from the ligands to the metal, and this is a transference of electrons from the filled metal orbital to the anti-bonding orbital of ligand. That is that whatever I have mentioned over here. Yes, it's a bond between like carbonyl compound which act as a ligand and the metal. It strengthens the bond between the carbonyl and the metal. Okay, so this is all about that. This is the important point of synergic bond, and that effect is known as synergic effect. Okay, let's see next. Metal carbon pi bond is formed by donation of electron pair from the filled d orbital of metal. So that's why this electron is going to be donated towards the carbon anti-bonding pi orbital of carbon monoxide. Yes. So that is called synergic bond. This one is synergic bond over here. This one is sigma bond. It won't be synergic bond. This pi bond and this pi bond will be considered as synergic bond. If the ligand donates electron pair to the metal atom or ion and accept electron pair from the d orbital of metal atom ion, then it is called synergic bond. And the ligands are called pi acid ligands. This is also important. In the synergic bond, these ligands are called pi acid ligands. Example CO, NO, CN, where this carbon will give the electron to the metal. Okay. Sorry, metal d orbital filled d orbital will give the electron to the carbon anti-bonding orbital. Bonding in metal carbonyl, that is most of the transition metal form homoleptic carbonyls. I have told you about that. Homoleptic means number all the ligands will be of same kind. Yes, some examples having simple well defined structure are given below. That is this Ni tetracarbonyl nickel, that is the tetrahedral structure. This is pentacarbonyl iron, trigonal bipyramidal structure it will have. Next is octahedral, that is hexacarbonyl chromium, and next decacarbonyl dimanganese. So this will be again that it will also be octahedral shape में यहाँ पे होगा, ठीक है? So this is the these are the few compounds, metal compounds. Now stability of coordination complex compound. One important thing I forget to explain in my previous video. I just want to explain about the strong ligand and the weak ligand. So how to identify the strong ligand and the weak ligand? Although I have explained that the ligands which are below water will be considered as weak ligand, and the ligands which are above the water molecules will be considered as strong ligand. So there is a small trick for that also. You can use that if that donor atom in that any ligand, if the donor atom is carbon, nitrogen and phosphorus are there, CNP, then it will be strong ligand. Yes, this will be considered as strong ligand. Like you can see CN, NH3, and then pyridine. So these all will be what, strong ligand. But if the donor atom is halogen, X, oxygen, and sulfur, then it will be weak ligand. So this is a thing, that trick you can use to identify the weak ligand and the strong ligand. Now, if like I'm saying CN, that means here the C is the donor atom over here. Then in that case also it is strong ligand. And if it is NC, then in that case also it is strong ligand, because C and N both are the donor atom, then it will be strong only. Okay. But another example, like I'm giving you NCS. This is NCS. And this is SCN. Okay. So if it is nitrogen is in this is a donor atom, then it will be called strong ligand. But in this case, if it is SCN, it will be considered as weak ligand. So I hope this trick you will remember. Yes. So this was, I forgot to say, explain in previous class. So that's why. Actually, let's start with this stability of coordination compound. Stability of coordination compound, how it will be explained. The stability of complex compound in the solution refers a degree of association between two species involved in a state of equilibrium. For the reaction, you can see that if it is M plus 4L, is going to form Ml4. Okay. So for the equilibrium, as equilibrium constant, we write, what we will write? We will write that Ml4 upon M into L, M concentration of M, concentration of L to the power 4, isn't it? That way we would have we have written in the equilibrium chapter. Yes. So it is said that larger the stability constant, higher the fraction of Ml4 in the solution. Okay. Obviously, this is, if I will say that K, it will be given as Ml4 upside, and then the higher the concentration of Ml4, higher will be the equilibrium constant. But higher the equilibrium constant, stability constant, higher will be the Ml4 fraction, isn't it? Free metals ion rarely exist in solution. So metals ions, they in the free state rarely exist. Okay. So that they are surrounded by solvent molecules which replaces ligand molecules successively. How? Let's see with the reaction. We generally ignore these solvents molecule and write 4 steps as, like in this case, if it is M plus L, it will form Ml. In this case, that equilibrium constant, or we can say that this is in a stability constant also, we can say that formation constant. यहाँ पे Ml form हो रहा है, so that will be considered as the formation constant. Okay, so this will be Ml upon M into L, concentration of M into L. Now in next case, this Ml will combine with this L, and it will form Ml2. So now it will be Ml2 Ml into L. Similarly for Ml3, similarly for Ml4, we can make it. So if I want to write a equation over here, this will be considered as overall stability constant. अगर हम देखते हैं तो K1, K2, K3, K4, if we will multiply all these constant, we will get this one, isn't it? And that is called formation constant, and formation constant will be denoted as beta. Formation constant will be denoted as beta. This number shows the number of ligands. Okay. So since 4 ligands are there, so that's why it will be beta 4. If 6 ligand will be there, it will be beta 6. If 5 ligand will be there, it will be beta 5. Got it? So formation constant, if I will do, what I will write? Ml4 upon M into L power 4. And if you multiply K1, K2, K3, K4, you will get the same. Yes. So I can write like this: beta 4 is equal to K1, K2, K3, K4. That also I can write, isn't it? So this will be used in of solving question. So just remember it. The addition of 4 ligand to the metal shows a pattern that the successive stability constant decreases. Like if we see that it is going on, keep on decreasing. Okay. Because in this addition of ligands are going on, addition of 4 ligands are there to the metal, and that will be, in this case, the stability constant will decrease. Okay. Now note, the instability constant, that is also called dissociation constant. Instability constant of coordination compound is defined as the reciprocal of formation constant. Formation constant will be generally denoted as beta, and dissociation constant, we know that it will be denoted as K. Okay. So stability trends will be there, that stability of complex is inversely proportional to size of central atom. If central metal atom has bigger size, then stability will be less. Smaller size, stability will be more. Second thing, stability is directly proportional to basicity of ligand. Higher the basicity of ligand, higher will be the stability of that compound complex. Stability is directly proportional to charge on metal ions. More the positive charge, more will be the stability. Less the positive charge, less will be the stability. These are the factors which you have to learn. Stability is directly proportional to number of chelate ligands. Obviously, जितने ज़्यादा chelating ligand होंगे, उतने ज़्यादा stability होगी, because chelating ligands are what which makes the ring-like structure. So more the ring-like structure, more will be the stability. Lesser the ring-like structure, lesser will be the stability. Now, next thing, there is a question based on that previous factor, that calculate the instability constant for NiNH3 whole 6 plus 2. Given beta 6 for this complex is this. As I told you that beta 6 means formation constant, isn't it? This is formation constant. So in the previous slide, I have explained that formation constant is reciprocal of the instability constant. So we can say that formation constant is given over here and instability constant is asked. So just do this. This is K instability 1 upon beta 6, because 6 ligands are there. So this will be 1 upon 2 into 10 to the power 12. It will come up. So minus sign, and this will be the answer. Hope it is clear, whatever I have explained over here. Okay. Now let's move to next topic, and that is coordination compound in daily life. Although I have given few example in the starting, in the first slide also, first video also. But here in detail we will learn about this application of coordination compound, that is to be learned in that MCQ. In the uses it can be asked. The characteristic properties possessed by coordination compound that were discussed in the previous subsection make them extremely useful in various processes and industries. Some of these applications of coordination compounds can be found below, and these are: the color of the coordination compounds containing transition metals causes them to extensively used in industries for the coloration of material. There are so many transition elements which are used in paint and any other coloration for the material. Okay, they find applications in the dye, in the pigment industries, in the like textile dye industries, paint industries. It can be used. Some complex compound containing cyanide as a ligand are used in the process of electroplating. So these compounds are also very useful in photography. Coordination complexes are very useful in extraction of many metals, like from their ores. For example, nickel and cobalt can be extracted from their ores via hydrometallurgical process involving ions of coordination compound, that you have done in isolation chapter. You have done it. Okay. Some other coordination compound application in biology where it is used. Hemoglobin. We know that hemoglobin consists of heme complex, that is a tetrapyrrole porphyrin ring structure with the central Fe plus 2 ion. So you for the bio you are supposed to know all this tetrapyrrole porphyrin ring, but for the chemistry you have to learn that it is a complex coordination complex of Fe plus 2. That's it. Vitamin B12 consists of tetrapyrrole porphyrin ring complex with the central atom of cobalt. That only you have to learn that vitamin B12 it is coordination complex of cobalt, and there the coordination number is 6. In laboratory, Ni plus 2 is estimated using a complexing agent dimethyl glyoxime, that you have to learn. Nickel plus 2 can be estimated by dimethyl glyoxime DMG, and the hardness of water is estimated using complex of Ca plus 2 Mg plus 2 with EDTA. This is EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetate, the hexadentate ligand. Okay, and that use you have done in class 10th even. Yes, hardness of water can be removed by using EDTA. In medicine, cisplatin is used for the treatment of cancer. There is a structure given in the NCRT, but not required. It is, yes, just that name will be more than enough. In photography, developing a film involves complex formation. Photography में भी use किया जाता है. In metallurgy, the extraction of gold, silver by MacArthur Forest process involves a complex of cyanide ions. You have done that bleaching method. So that is actually extraction of gold that is used. They are using in that we have used the complex compound of cyanide. Yes. Now that was the last topic according to board exam. So some extra as a topics are there that we will do in our next video. So very soon I am going to give you that video also. So till then, enjoy your studies. Thank you, class.